Welcome to Quantum Finance. My name is Parker. I'm the head trader here, but I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. So in today's video, we'll take a look at the economic data, we'll go over some news, and then we'll do our market recap and market analysis. So starting here on the economic calendar, we did have the Fed chair speaking today, and he just said all the classic Fed jargon, nothing, too significant that really stood out. And we can look at the calendar for next week. So Tuesday, May 23rd, we do get building permits, services PMI, new home sales. Wednesday, we get crude oil inventories and the FOMC meeting. And then Thursday, we get GDP, initial jobless claim, and pending home sales. And Friday, we get core durable good orders and core PCE price index. So now we can look at some news. So we did have the White House officials confirming that the debt ceiling talks are currently on pause after the meeting today. This is the Treasury cash balance here, and it's just $7 billion away from the red line. With it dropping to $57 billion, down $11 billion just in one day. And here we have the growth in realtors in America. As you can see, the growth rate in realtors went negative for the first time here in May. And this is the first contraction of realtors in America since the 2008 financial crisis. And here we have some news from the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, with both parties filing joint letter of a 1-week extension until June 13th to file public unredacted versions of cross motions for summary judgment and accompanying exhibits, which includes the Hinman materials that we're all super excited to see. We also have Ripple announcing that they have hired Warren Jensen to be part of their board of directors, and Jensen was the ex-CFO for many big firms such as Amazon, Delta Airlines, and NBC. And also some more news out of Ripple. There's been a big week for Ripple this week. They did announce yesterday that they're launching a CBD platform for central banks to issue their own central bank digital currencies on. And today they also announced that they've been selected to showcase real estate tokenization solution as part of the Hong Kong Monetary Authority central banking institution. So that's really cool that tokenizing real estate is going to be a massive part of the asset fractionalization and a very unique way to get a real estate exposure in the future. And here we have the Texas Senate passing a bill requiring crypto exchanges to provide proof of reserves. And we also have the median cost of renting an apartment in Manhattan is currently at $4,241, which is an all-time high, which is just absolutely insane. Now we can do our market recap here. Starting in the debt market, we have the U.S. 10-year yield getting another big green day today, continuing its squeeze to the upside and really getting up here towards the middle of this upper end of the daily range. Turning to the dollar, we do have a red day here in the dollar after getting its big move to the upside here. Finally getting a little pullback here after wicking up through that midline. Currently sitting right below that midline here on the weekly chart. Turning to the stock market, we do have a red day today after getting two big green days here in a row. Pulling back down into this previous high here from the 1st of May and getting a nice wick off that level. Turning to cryptocurrencies, we have Bitcoin. Look, small green day here today in Bitcoin. Pretty much very low volatile day, not too much to talk about. Still just consolidating down here at the lower end of this daily range. Looking at XRP, another pretty decent day here in XRP. Making its way up here, getting really close to this upper extreme here on the daily chart. Nice green week here for XRP. Turning to commodities, we have oil. Oil getting a red day today after getting a pretty big wick to the upside up through that midline. Still sitting down here at the lower end of this daily and monthly range. Looking at gold, pretty big green day here in gold too after getting down into this lower extreme. Pulling back into this previous level of support here from the end of April. Turning to silver, we do have a green day here in silver. Looking like it's finally trying to find a bottom down here somewhere in this price action here from the end of January. Now we can do our market analysis starting here on the daily chart of the S&P 500. As you can see, another large volume day today, steadily increasing volume over the last couple of days. Majority selling today though, as you can see, really just pulling back here after getting a monster move to the upside and getting extended above that upper extreme here. Pulling back into this high like we just were talking about. We can look at the 3-minute chart. So we did get a nice gap up today, going sideways. And then we had the Fed chair speak here at 11 o'clock, which did cause a sell-off in the market, pulling down into this price action here from yesterday. And then really just going sideways for the rest of the day, pretty much just closing right here below VWAP. Now we can zoom out a little bit. looking here at the 15-minute, as you can see, gapping, opening up right here, pushing up into this upward trend line here in this broadening wedge pattern that we have, up above this upper extreme here, pulling back into that extreme, and really just pulling back down into this level here. If you look over here at the 2-hour chart, that was this high back here. I think that's from the beginning of May. Here, just pulling back down into that level, consolidating here, getting a really tight squeeze into the close. We can look at the VIX and the NASDAQ now. So the VIX did open up down here below the significant support level that we've been talking about. As you can see, getting a big green candle up through that level, getting large wicks to the upside, and then kind of pulling back here into the close. And if you look at the NASDAQ here, as you can see, opening up here, just extended to the upside and getting a pullback here into these levels from Wednesday. Still really extended to the upside here. Now we can talk about some trades. So when it comes to the trading today, we were super extended to the upside here in the morning. And we did have that Fed speaker talk at 11 o'clock, the head of the Federal Reserve. So before that, honestly, it wasn't the best idea to trade because you did have that Fed president come out and speak. In those events, when the chair of the Fed does talk, is typically a high volatility event. So as you can see here, 11 o'clock hit right here, and then we get our big sell-off as he's speaking. And, you know, there was a decent trade opportunity here for this breakdown through these yesterday's highs. Coming up in here for a rejection. So this would have been a nice area to get short just because we were super overextended here. As you can see, on the momentum, breaking down to the downside here, getting below that zero line, running into this upper trend line here as we're getting rejected off of yesterday's lows. So after you see this kind of rejection candle here on the 3-minute, this could have been a decent spot to get short, but you have to understand that this is a higher risk play because you do have the Fed chair speaking. And like I said earlier, it is a highly volatile event when he does speak due to like all the algorithms that are just trained to listen to him and react based off the words he uses. So, but yeah, this was a decent opportunity to get short here, pulling back into this price action here from yesterday. But besides that, you know, not really any other good trades, just kind of chopping sideways most of the day. Look back here at the daily chart, wrap it up here. As you can see, really strong volume to close the week out here. Getting a red day to close the week, but overall a really strong week this week. Breaking above these previous highs here. I would expect if we do get more strength to the upside, maybe to look to this swing high up here for our next resistance level, if we can get through this upper extreme here. But as you can see on the RSI, just really strong here to coincide with the new high we made. Getting a new high in price here over this previous high with a new high in RSI is definitely a signal of strength here in the stock market. But yeah, that'll do it for the video. Appreciate y'all watching, and I'll talk to y'all later.